guys will say they're graphics designers and really they're not,
Yeah,
I,
that's
I
true.
think we might be live.
Yeah, yep. Let me just adjust some settings real quick. Uh, okay. Tum, 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 tum. Okay. I've already made up a thumbnail for a live stream, so this should be good.
Great.
I mean, I try to do my job. Like, I think it's decent, but I mean, even if we get clicks, that is the best way to look at it.
It looks good. It looks good, man. It looks good.
Okay. I think it should be updated
I
now.
saw
Let
your
me just.
thumbnails. They're quite good. That type of style works well. It's simplicity.
Yeah, actually, it was pretty much inspired by you because you were doing these type of thumbnails like long before me.
Yeah, I shifted my thumbnail making though
Yeah.
slightly into more
You shifted to like AI things because your channel is now shifting to like more AI projects and
yeah,
stuff like that,
exactly.
I guess. Yeah, that's good.
I
That's
just
good
shared the
actually.
live stream with my Discord, so hopefully we'll see some people come in as well from there.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. So let me just open your channel as well over here. This is actually my first time doing live streams, so I'm pretty sorry if I'm like a complete noob.
It's fine, man. We all have to get
Yeah.
used to it.
Yeah. You're right. Okay. So, welcome everyone to the channel. I believe this might be your first time over here because today we have my dear friend Crypto Archie over here, and we are going to be discussing some 100x's and discussing about various altcoins and everything you like. So, if this is your first time here, I welcome you all, and now let's begin with the live stream. So, Archie, what are your thoughts in the crypto space right now? I have to begin with this point, but I need to know from you, like, do you believe that we're going to be seeing a massive dump and this is just a fake bull flag? Or do you believe that the bear market is finally over and we are now going to be shifting to that bullish cycle? What are your thoughts on that?
It's a great question. As always, it's hard to say because crypto can be very unpredictable as a market. It's probably one of the most unpredictable markets out there. Can be very volatile. Unexpected things can happen, such as new news, XRP news, or just general news. It can really sway crypto in certain directions which you don't expect. But
Yes.
with that said, I would say personally, I'm not expecting any major dumps. Okay. I think we may
Mhm.
see Bitcoin go down to 19K, maybe 20K, but I'm not seeing new lows being put in personally from my perspective in terms of my opinion. I think we were at rock bottom when the
Mhm.
FTX situation was going on. There was
Yeah.
so much fear in the market, and I can't correlate that to right now. I think the fear levels are much different. If you look at the fear index, this is something that drives crypto markets a lot, is how
Yeah.
much
Yeah.
people are
Yeah.
fearful or greedy. And right now, I don't think people are too fearful.
Yeah, actually, they are pretty much not because we are seeing this kind of relief rally, which a lot of people are saying that this might be the end of the bear market. And I'm actually a firm believer as well because I personally think that we're going to be seeing a little bit of the drop to the downside to like about 20-ish level. But I am not really even sure that would you even be calling that a drop because in some cases you could just call that like a minor pullback and then we are going to be seeing that massive rally because the Bitcoin halving is also next year. And I believe, like, I was watching some YouTube videos and some analysis videos, and all of them said that, uh, you know, 12 months before the halving, which is like in April 2023, we start going up. And when the Bitcoin halvings come, we see like a massive pump rally to the upside, which gives you those insane gains, which everyone is actually looking for. So, like, have you taken any look on that and like have you ever commented or say saw those type of analysis videos or something like that?
Yeah. So generally, the markets do follow some form of trend, some form of cycle.
Yeah.
Despite crypto being unpredictable, it's also somewhat cyclical. So you can kind of guess at the same time when the cycles are going to be. Now,
Hmm.
I personally think we'll see Bitcoin around November 2024 or in 2025.
Yeah.
We will see Bitcoin hit its high. But I think we can easily still go on a nice little rally this year in 2023. I don't think by the way, to clarify, I'm not crazy. I'm not saying we're going to hit new all-time highs this year. What I'm
Yeah,
saying is we may see Bitcoin go to like 28K, 30K, maybe somewhere around that range. And then we
yeah.
dip down a bit lower heading in, and then we head into 2024. And that's where we see the crazy rally. We see people start, the FOMO kicks in, and we start seeing maybe Bitcoin go to that 100K or above.
Yeah, actually, those were my targets for too. Like my targets personally were like Bitcoin hitting like about $40,000 in this year because I think that is achievable. Although
Yep.
my targets are often higher than what a lot of people are anticipating. So, but like I believe that Bitcoin can be reaching that level because from this moment onwards, I believe it's just about a 2x, which is a lot for Bitcoin to do because as we already know that it's the largest cryptocurrency, and if Bitcoin pumps like 2x, we can expect all of these altcoins to pump like 5x, 7x, 8x, or even more than that, because that has been going with a lot of these altcoins in the previous rallies as well. So I mean, I'm like on the same page with you on this because I believe that this year we're gonna be seeing a little bit movement towards the upside, while in the next one we are in the next year we're gonna be seeing some major pushes. But we can't be expecting like Bitcoin to be tying or getting to all-time highs this year because that is like really not reasonable, and crypto is just not ready for that moment yet. But I believe it will be ready when the halving happens. So, Archie, now should we move on to some of the altcoins? And I would like to start this with my favorite, and I am guessing it's your favorite as well because you make tons of video as well on Gala. So, like, what are your thoughts on Gala? What do you think the project is gonna be doing in the future? How do you think it's gonna be playing out? And what are your thoughts on some of its, major movements in the last 30 days or 45 days? And it's like basically strategies which it is changing from.
Yeah, so I'm really bullish on Gala. It's in my
Mm-hmm.
top three
Yeah,
altcoins without a doubt, along with Singularity Net,
yeah,
and maybe Vial. Or there's other ones out there as well, but Gala is certainly in that top range out of my altcoins that I hold. I like Quant as well, but in terms of a mid cap, you can't go wrong with Gala. We've got so much bullish news coming out, or we have
yeah.
had in the last 30 days or so. We
Mm-hmm.
had the fact that Gala's going deflationary, which is the
The
biggest.
Gala burn, yeah. The
Yeah,
500 million burn for every quarter, I'm guessing. That was the news, right?
yeah.
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 I-
That's you can't get better news than that for Gala because this was always the big concern with everyone with Gala was the tokenomics, and now this
yeah.
seems to be a solution to it. So I'm so happy about that. And then we had
Yeah.
the Rock as well. We had so much news coming out with
Yeah, we
Gala and
had
the Mobile
Rock
Studios.
and Mark Wahlberg, if I'm not wrong. Like we had those
Yeah.
two celebrities, and they were like basically coming out that they're going to be part of Gala Films, which I think is going to be really huge for the Gala ecosystem and crypto space in general. And I think this is something which like a lot of us crypto YouTubers who are getting into Gala should be looking forward to. So, Archie, I really want to get your thoughts on like I have been receiving some comments. I won't say a lot of comments, but a majority of my comments on my videos on related galas and on other channels as well is there huge circulating supply, or say the huge max supply of 50 billion tokens. Because what people come out with that is that basically for Gala to hit $1, you're gonna be needing a $50 billion market cap, although you don't really need that because the circulating supply is only like about 7 billion, and when Gala is burning the circulating supply, it is getting lower and lower. But like a lot of people are really not bullish on Gala because of this point, because they believe that whenever something will be going wrong with the project, they are completely going to be shifting, and the team is going to be rolling out more and more tokens. They're going to be scamming, rug pulling, and all sorts of that. Obviously, I'm against that, but I would like to know your thoughts. And have you ever thought about this perspective as well?
Yeah, I've looked into Gala extensively, and the tokenomics has always been a cause for concern. And you know, Gala was never the coin that I held the most of. I talked about it a lot because I liked it, and it was it caught a lot of traction, and people obviously people can understand it, and people can see the relevance of it. With relation to Gala's tokenomics, I am not concerned too much about them anymore. I'll admit, somewhat concerned, not to the point where I'd avoid it. I always said it's a trade-off, okay? And it's kind of a cost-benefit analysis. And what I discovered was with Gala, The
Yeah.
rewards outweigh the risk, and the fact even who knows, Gala could hit a 50 billion market cap in 3 to 5 years. I mean, I know it's
Pretty
a
far
high
fetched, but
estimate.
I believe that it can be doing that numbers too, because I have personally said this on my channel again and again that I believe that Gala is aiming in a direction which is similar to Epic Games and Steam, which are
Mm,
already big billion-dollar companies, and we have already seen what they have been doing in the space. They are growing in numbers, they are growing in money-wise, in monetary
yeah.
terms, in user bases, and all those stuff. So why can't Gala do that? Because I don't really see a project with this much capacity and this much backing in the crypto space. So I really believe that Gala could be that one project in the crypto space, or say in the crypto gaming space, that could be doing that, because a lot of these projects out there are solely focusing on like one single game, which is not really good in for the crypto if you're looking to invest into a project, because that way, you can be like, if no one really likes to play the game and if the game goes downhill, basically all your investment will go downhill as well. Like, are you looking into Gala from that perspective as well? Because I believe a lot of people are looking at that perspective, while the others are just neglecting it and thinking that it's just a gaming project and stuff like that.
Gala really isn't a cause for concern for me right now, especially with the news around the deflationary side of it.
Yeah,
This is always the cause of concern, and they're solving that. They're listening to their community, and this is something that's really good as well. Is Gala has a strong community sentiment. They're looking into what the community thinks, and they've obviously acknowledged what the community thinks, and they've changed something. So they're clearly listening to the community. In terms of the games themselves, I think that they look good, right? We aren't
yeah,
at a point now where blockchain gaming is better. Like, it's not at a point where it's levels above other games. You've got to be
yeah,
honest, right? Gala, compared to maybe Call of Duty or games that are
you,
out right now, it's not on the same level. However, there's hope, there's potential, and you can see it already. That the games are getting better, and you've got to
Yeah, the
remember as
games are
well.
getting better.
Yep.
Like, I was recently playing this game Spider Tanks, which is probably like one of the most anticipated, or say one of the most played games on the Gala platform. And I would have to say that I personally like it, and I can be seeing myself playing this game day to day, or say on a daily basis for like 1 to 2 hours, and not get bored of it. So I mean, when more and more people get to know about Gala, and more and more people get to know about the project in general, I don't really see any way that people are going to be neglecting it and Gala won't be succeeding. Anyways, Archie, that should be it for Gala. I think we covered some pretty decent points. We cleared out some of the major things regarding the circulating supply and maximum supply. I would like you to introduce me to one coin which I haven't ever heard of, and you think it's pretty good bet, and you think that it is really good for the future and for the next market rally in general. So it's all yours.
Yeah, so we just talked about Gala there and how we like Gala as a project. Now I've got a couple of projects both in the gaming space, which
Okay.
maybe a lot of your audience aren't aware of. Okay. The
Okay.
first one is Nakamoto Games, Naka. Um,
Okay.
this is an amazing project. If you go on their website, you can see some of these games they're making. It's incredible, really, how small they are in market cap when you compare it to the quality of the games. They're really simple, easy to play games. They've got things like 8 Ball Pool. They've got first person shooters. They've got third person shooters rather. They've got loads of different
Hmm.
types of games here, and it's really interesting. It's kind of like Mini Clip. There's a company called Mini Clip, and they create like 8
Yeah,
Ball
yeah, yeah,
Pool types.
yeah.
Yeah, and
Jetpack game as well, if I'm not wrong. That there was a jetpack game which a lot of
yeah,
people were playing back then. Yeah.
yeah, man. My alarm's going off there.
Yes,
Yeah,
no problem.
yeah. They produce a lot of games, very easy, simple to play games,
Hmm.
and you can see how people will play these, and they implement play to earn within their games, and you can kind
Yeah, I
of
saw that. It
gamble
was
as
saying
well.
play to earn as well, which was
Yeah,
really good. The market cap also looks pretty low on this coin, and I don't really, and I think it should have. Okay, it hasn't pumped yet, but
yeah,
okay, so we have got like about a 3x. But I
yeah.
mean, those type of movements for these coins are nothing, because the market cap is like literally just $21 million, which is pretty low for the crypto space. And I also like this maximum supply as well. The maximum supply is also really good. of about
Yeah.
just 180 million. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I was
this is
buying this one
actually
at 5 million in market cap. So in this bear
oh
market, you can see it's even this bear market, it's done well. But I still think it's very early on to get in, like you were saying. I think 20 million, it's really nothing. You know, the gaming space absolutely blows up during bull runs, and I would not
yeah.
be surprised if we see this at 1 billion in market cap.
Yeah, actually, I think it is pretty decent project, and when I'm looking at their website and all the stuffs, I think that they can be shifting to mobile games as well. I'm not really
Yeah,
sure if they are already doing that, but as Gala had mentioned on their announcements as well, that they are shifting to mobile games because they believe a larger audience is there to target. And I think like who would not like to play 8 ball pool on the mobile, because already a lot of people are doing that, and these companies make tons of money, and the amount of games I'm seeing over here is absolutely insane. And I'm not really sure if they are all launched, but if they have launched, like these are some like they are going in quantity, which is pretty good and pretty insane for the crypto space, because we have tons of games over here which can be implemented onto the App Store and Play Store. And I'm sure some of them will be doing good, but some of them will be doing bad, which is, I mean, in general, what gaming studios do. So I'm like really interested into this project, and like I really like this in
yeah,
general. And seeing the price movements, I'm not 100% sure, but I think that this coin hasn't even done like a major movement yet. So we could be
yeah.
looking at this coin, and I should be covering this in my video as well after doing all of my research. So
Yeah,
I
man,
like,
it's
yeah,
amazing. I've got another one as well, kind of also in the
yeah,
gaming
yeah,
space.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay,
Now this one's called RPG, Revolve Games. It's called. The ticker is RPG.
okay.
This one, I sent out a consideration alert for this one. If you go on the 90-day chart or the 180-day chart, you'll see how crazy this one's gone recently. And I called this one at 300,000 in market cap, or 290
Yeah.
thousand in market cap. I called this one.
So
Talking about
basically a 10x. Wow, that's actually
yeah,
pretty decent. And I believe like we are seeing some really good price movements in the last 24 hours as well. So Archie, like I have this question in mind, and I believe a lot of my viewers and a lot of people in the crypto space would have to, like, when you see a project, pumping almost like about 10x or say a 6x, if I'm not really sure, should you be investing into that project even though the market cap is still low? Like this market cap is very low in the crypto space, but this coin recently pumped for like from like 300,000 to about 3 million. So like should you still be looking into this project, or like basically should you be just exiting out if you have got enough profits and taken your profits? So like how do you plan on your investments, and how do you think that a lot of people should be getting into these coins as well, because this coin is like really undervalued right now, but for some people who bought right over here just like you as well, you are enjoying some pretty nice gains. So it won't be like as bad if you take your profits right now, but that would lead this coin to dump really hard. So like what are your thoughts on that? And I would just like to know, because this would clear some clarification in my mind as well, because I am actually pretty confused in this as well.
yeah, it's a great question again. Generally, you've got to look at the market cap, and sometimes you can the time frames can distort the overall view. So, if you go on the max chart, you can see this one's barely even got up. Now, that's
Yeah.
what you've got to look at. It's barely even rallied. So these are the things that you have to look at. If
Mm-hmm.
you're a long-term investor, if you're going to hold something for 1, 2, 3, 4 years or whatever, it
Yeah.
really shouldn't matter what's happened in the last 30 days or 90 days, unless you're trying to be really particular about timing an exact price. But sometimes
Okay.
I think it's better just to not try and time the market. If you're looking for a long-term position in something, just go in, right? And just forget about it for 1 or 2 years.
Yeah.
But
This
if you
was the
are looking,
conclusion. Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
yeah, if you're looking to trade, if you're looking to get a specific price, usually what goes up could come down. But sometimes, when just as you think you're going to get a pullback, it goes on to do another 60%. And I could take you over to Singularity Net here,
Yeah.
AGIX, which is one which a
Yeah.
lot of people have been telling me there's going to be a pullback. There's going to be a pullback. Don't buy in yet, even though I did buy
Mm-hmm.
in at the bottom. They keep
Mm-hmm.
saying, don't buy in, guys. There's going to be a pullback. And you see it, it just keeps on going ballistic. So Yeah, that's my
Yeah,
thoughts on
actually,
that.
this was something I covered on my channel previously as well. Like, people often say that, when we were at this price points, people were saying that, we have had that recent pump and we're going to be seeing a pullback now. What happened? We pumped once again. And those same people were again saying that we're going to be seeing another massive pullback and we shouldn't be buying. And we saw another pump right over here once again. And this is what I have seen keeps on happening again and again with a lot of investors and a lot of new investors into the crypto space. Because if we check out this, like, the volume is looking pretty decent and it is going upwards as well. Even though the price is going up, the volume is also going up, and this is a really good detail regarding the project and a really good statistic to measure the success of the project. Because if we are not really seeing some insane volume supporting this movement, we could be seeing a pullback. But seeing this type of volume with this project, from going like about 180 million to now about 2x, which is about 360 million, is actually pretty decent. And people should be considering that and taking that into account, that we are seeing an improvement in volume. So it just might be a case that more and more people are getting onto the project. They want to look at the project because they believe that it is going to be doing good in the long run. But I mean, yeah, I completely agree with you on that point. Like, we shouldn't be actually waiting for these pumps, because if we DCA, I think everyone will be successful with this market, even if they believe that a pullback or say another bottom is coming for Bitcoin, which I'm 100% against.
Yeah, Singularity Net as a project itself, though, is incredible. There's an
Yeah,
absolute genius behind it in Dr. Ben Goertzel, and you guys know over on your channel that AI is the future. You've got smart people watching your channel. They know AI
yeah,
is the future. They know that it's they know the efficacy of crypto and why we need things to be decentralized. It really is a movement, guys. This is an ideology of decentralization. It's very
yeah.
important. Think about a world in 5 years' time, or 10 years' time, or even 15 years where AI is in the hands of centralized organizations. Do we
I
really
mean, that
want this?
would be huge. That would be huge.
Yeah.
Absolutely huge.
Do we want big tech owning all of the AI, or would we rather it be decentralized? Would we rather it be in the hands of us, the governance aspects in the hands of the people, or do we want AI to be in the hands of the few at the top? These are the questions you guys need to ask yourself. And personally, I would prefer it to be decentralized. And that is the benefit of crypto.
Okay, yeah, I really like that point of view, to be honest. What are your thoughts about on Singularity DAO? Because this was one of the projects which I had personally mentioned on my channel. If you like scroll down, I had made this video like about 2 weeks ago on Singularity DAO, because I saw this channel on like Crypto Gains channel, if I am correct. And I really liked the project. And when I did some of my research, I found out that it was a really good project, and it was bigger in market cap as compared. To other projects in the crypto AI space. But it had massive potential as well, and it had that backing. So this was a project which I had personally looked into, which I think is related to Singularity Ajax, you could call it. So what are your thoughts about on Singularity DAO?
Yeah, I think this one's great. I don't think it'll ever be as big as Singularity Net personally, because of the
Mm-hmm.
fact that it is more specific. It's more
Yeah,
related towards like finance, DeFi, like Dynaset with their Dynasets that they have.
yeah, yeah.
The Dynasets, these are interesting stuff. So they're basically intelligent ways to invest, where you invest in these Dynasets and these can produce you quite good returns. So, look, I'm really bullish on Singularity DAO. I think it will do well.
Mm-hmm.
But the best AI projects, in my opinion, um,
Yeah.
are AGIX, so Singularity Net,
Okay.
and Viot. They are the two best ones for me.
Yeah, saying of fire, like, this was the project which brought me to your channel actually. Like, this was the project, like, you had a video up on Wyatt, and like I was I looked at your channel, and the first video I got to know was about Wyatt. And like instantly when I saw this project on your channel, I wanted to do my analysis on Wyatt, because I believe that Wyatt is gonna be one of those projects in the next market rally, and it is gonna be showing some crazy movements. Because I mean, the team behind it and the overall, the things which they are planning to do is really great. But Archie, do you sometimes think that, we are too early in the AI space? However, we have seen some really good adoption with the chat GPT. It has got to like crazy valuation by now. I'm not even sure, like about 6 billion or even farther than that. But do you believe that we are too early in crypto, in AI space, or do you think that this might be the right movement and we are in a similar position as we were in the in the last market rally with crypto gaming coins? Because I believe that there are a lot of similarities between the two.
Yeah, it's a great comparison. In the last bull run, we had the metaverse, right? Mark
Yeah.
Zuckerberg talked about the metaverse, and all these projects spiked. But I think it's slightly different. I think AI is more legitimate than the metaverse. I think the metaverse is more of a fad. It's more of a, this might be big, this might be a thing. Whereas I think AI is um, much more utility based. I think
Mm-hmm.
AI is actually the now. We're starting to see it already with ChatGPT, right? And you can make
Yeah.
those parallels between when Facebook announced the metaverse, all these meta coins pumped, and with ChatGPT now, all of these AI coins are pumping. However, I would say that with AI, I think this one is destined to be huge. And I think Via, especially, this one isn't just a new coin that's just come out in the last few weeks or last few months with this trend. This one's been out for since the last bull run. So it's all catered towards institutional usage of AI. And you can imagine many companies out there that utilize sales assistants, right, on the phone. They're paying
Yeah.
people every single hour or every single day to be a sales assistant when really they could utilize AI for a lot of the common things that they do. Maybe you can employ one or two humans, but we may be in
Yeah.
a point in the future where many people become unemployed due to the power of AI. There's no human error. It's more private. So we can see, and it's quicker, right? You don't have to wait for someone to finish a phone call on the phone. It just goes straight to the next person. So
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to be big. I think this one is one to watch. I think a lot of people still don't know about it.
Yeah.
I personally got in at 900K market cap, so I am up about 40x on my investment.
Damn, that's
So
actually insane. That's
yeah,
actually insane because a lot of people actually are skipping out on a lot of these newer projects because let's take Wyatt for example and AGIX for example. Like AGIX is sitting on a market cap of about 20-ish million dollars if I'm correct, and Wyatt is at a market cap of about 40-ish million right now.
yeah,
So I believe that these projects, personally Wyatt, I haven't had a look at Singularity, but seeing your insights on that, I will be looking into that because I think that the Singularity DAO is doing pretty good. So I will be looking into that. But looking at Wyatt, I got invested into this coin somewhere around like about a month ago. I'm not really sure about the gains because one thing I do with my investments is that for all of my long term investments, I just keep them and I don't look into them forever because I believe that if I keep on looking at them, my mind will tell me to take some profits,
yeah,
and then I would potentially lose on some of my gains, which I could be making if I just stayed patient. Because I'm trying to build my patience slowly and slowly because I believe that that is something every crypto investor should be doing. Because right now, you can't be forgetting that we are still in a bear market. We are seeing a little bit a pump to the upside, but a lot of people and majorly everyone in the crypto space still believes that we're still in a crypto bear market and we are not conformed to be getting back to those bull times or say the bull cycle. So I mean, I believe that AI projects are going to be a thing for the next market rally. The comparison I did with the gaming coins and the metaverse, I mean, I am actually agreeing with you on that point that I was big bullish on like NFTs and stuff like that, which I'm still am. But I think that when the prices of these coins go down, I am seeing a lot of these bigger projects. The smaller projects are all gone. They're not even there right now. The founders have rugged the projects, they've taken the money, they are now just investing for the long term. However, even those bigger projects out there have lost a lot of their value. Now, I am not really sure if it's gonna be big once again, but I think that AI is something which everyone should be looking into because this is the next step in the crypto space in general. And like you're covering a lot of these coins in your videos, so I'm like really thankful to you as well because you provide some really good insights. And I had a look on your channel, and a lot of videos are like on newer coins, on newer projects, which can deliver you some significant gains if you just get in right. Okay.
exactly. It's all about spotting trends and getting in early, and that's something that we've been very successful at in my group. And we'll be spotting the next ones, man. it all comes with experience. You can see these things, you can utilize things like Google Trends. Once you start seeing some of these things start gaining a lot of traction,
Mm-hmm.
that's the best price to start looking in. But ultimately, it is wise to take profits, but we are still in a bear market, like you said. And I think, yes, I'm up 40x on Via. You know, if you put $1,000 in, you've got $40,000 right now. So it's incredible
Yeah.
gains. But I'm still, it's call me brave, call me whatever you want, but I'm still holding. I'm not, I'm going to hold this one out until maybe we see Bitcoin around 50K, or maybe we see Bitcoin around all time high. I'm holding out until then because I see no reason why this is the peak. We're still in a
Yeah.
bear market. That's what I'm
Actually,
saying.
this is something like I discovered as well. Like, a lot of my friends often say, like, you should be taking your profits when you get like about 5x, 10x. But I'm always saying to them, like, I am looking at the bigger picture. I don't want that $1,000 going to $10,000, because $10,000 might seem a lot of money right now to me, but the amount of gains I could be making with that money when the bull market come are going to be actually, off the charts and beyond expectations. So that is something which I take a look whenever I invest into a project and decide to take profits. Because if I take my profits right now, let's say if someone invested into quant at about like $50, so they are up like basically 3x on their investment. Now, for a lot of those people who are investing into the stocks and all of those criterias, a lot of people think that, we are now enjoying some pretty decent gains. Let's just take out our profits and get out of the project. However, a lot of people I have seen, like even in quant, a lot of people are just getting onto the project even though the market cap is huge. It is really high up in the rankings as well. Although still a lot of people are not really familiar with quant, and they believe that it could be getting to like $1,000, $2,000, or even higher than that in the next market rally. So, getting besides the point, I would like to know your thoughts on quant, because I am 100% sure and I know for a fact that you are bullish on quant. So I would like to know your thoughts and why you decided to, go with this project, and why do you believe it is better than HBAR and XRP in general, which a lot of people consider it uh, as its competitors.
Yeah, I think quant is the king of the high caps, in my opinion. I am heavily invested in this, and I'm actually looking to buy some more quite soon.
Okay.
So I really like this project. I think personally, I think we're going up to $4,000 in the next bull run, around that range for quant.
Okay.
I think 100 billion market cap is very doable. I think personally, when we look at some of the other coins in the last
Yeah.
bull run, we saw
Yeah.
Solana, we saw Cardano. They went and did incredible gains. They went in, I think, 80 billion in market cap or somewhere around that. Do you
Mm-hmm.
guys seriously think Solana is miles ahead of Quant as a crypto project? I personally don't think it is. So if Solana in the last bull run could get to around 80 billion, I believe, somewhere around that range, why
Yeah.
can't Quant then go on to do 100 billion? This is crypto. Things go crazy in
Yeah.
crypto. It's an
Yeah.
ISO coin. The regulations are going to come in, and Quant is
Mm-hmm.
going to be one of those ones that does survive, the regulations.
Yeah, actually, I 100% agree with you on that point, because I have seen a lot of videos as well when I was doing my research. I like to, use videos as research as well, because, you can get a lot of insights on various different projects from YouTube as well. And when I was like hovering onto different videos, all of them were saying to me, and they had one point in common. They were comparing Quant with Ethereum, because they believe that it could be sitting right besides Ethereum, if just one level down from it. And it will be overtaking Solana in the next market rally, or even sooner than that, because as we all saw that Alameda was one of the biggest holders of the Solana coin, and they dumped it all because they got bankrupt and all that shit. But Quant could be doing that, because I don't really believe that a lot of people are invested into this project yet, and they're not really seeing the big money this project can be getting from various enterprises, industries, developers, and all that stuff, because that is where the big money and the massive money comes into. And that is my take on quant as well. I mean, my price targets were about $2,000 to $4,000, but taking a look in your book, and you are saying that $4,000 is your price target. Like, I'm absolutely bullish now if I was not before. But I will have to say that Quant is one of those projects which can be doing and which should be doing good in the next market rally, amazing than all of these altcoins, because this is something which has already been pretty much established, because $1.5 billion in market cap is no joke. It is a good amount of money, but the amount it can grow to is absolutely insane, and we don't even know, and we will be knowing that in the next market rally. Archie, I would like to know your thoughts about the max supply of the project, which is just about 14.5 million. Now, are you bullish on this? Do you think that this is basically not right for the ecosystem, because we are seeing a lot of projects which have like billions in max supply or unlimited max supply. So, do you think keeping a max supply so low is good or wrong? I will tell
I
you
think,
what are my thoughts after you tell me yours.
yeah, I think it's very good. I think what it indicates is that it's scarce, and scarcity is key
Mm-hmm.
for an asset to have value, right? That's why the US dollar is so terrible, is that it isn't scarce at all. No one knows how much could be printed off at any given day, right?
Yeah,
Whereas with Quant and Bitcoin, everyone knows there's only ever going to be 21 million Bitcoins, right? There's
yeah.
only ever going to be 14 million Quant, which is actually more scarce than Bitcoin. So
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a great thing. I think it fills investors with confidence as well, that they know that there's an actual limit on how much can be produced, and there's no rug pull. It adds another layer of security to the project, which is something that we all like in crypto.
Okay. I really like those thoughts. Actually, my thoughts were actually pretty similar to those as well, because I believe that, billions of max supply is good for certain type of projects, but for quant which wants to restrict its investors so that it can make sure that, the price of it goes up and the market cap gets bigger and bigger. I believe this max supply is pretty decent for a coin this big, because we have seen some of the biggest projects out there with like 21 million in max supply, which a lot of people think is not good, but the majority of people think is for the better and is really good, because as you mentioned that the US dollars, or say all the currencies out there, they can be printing that infinitely, because no one really knows how much they can be printing. I believe that they have a factory in which they keep on printing 24 hours, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. But who knows, how much they can be printing. But I really like this, max supply, because it is on the lower side in the crypto space, and something which a lot of investors often like as well. So, Archie, with that point, I would like to know your thoughts about some new AI gem. Like you mentioned, Nakamoto Games was a gaming gem, which you mentioned to me, which was really good. Wyatt, another project which is really good. We went over Gala, which is another project I really like. Now, I want to know your thoughts on ITGR, if I'm sure, because this was one of the projects which I had mentioned on my channel, you had mentioned on your channel, and you asked for my thoughts in a video, if I remember correctly, for this project. Because but I was personally bullish on this project, because I really liked the project, because when I saw your video, it led me to the analysis that this project could be doing well in the long term, but the market cap is just too low to support it. Like, do you agree with my point, or do you think that when we get bigger, the market cap will be supporting that as well, and we are going to be seeing some insane gains with Integral project?
I think Integral is a great project. I think it's going to do really well in the next bull run. Very small market cap. I don't think this is an issue. I think it's going to get bigger over time. I think more investment's going to pile
Mm-hmm.
into this one. It's really got a unique selling point in the idea of getting rid of price impact. We know how much
Mm-hmm.
of an issue price impact is in crypto. If you invest in low cap gems, if you invest large amounts of money, if you're a whale, this is an issue. And ITGR is catered towards whales. So the big money is going to come pouring into this project, I believe, in the next bull run. And you've already seen it's been on a bit of a rally in recent times. You can see.
Yeah.
Um, so
It's
yeah,
up like about 3x or something like that. I'm not 100% sure, but it should be up like about 3x or something like that, which is pretty decent actually. And something which a lot of people are not able to get even in longer time frames. So, I mean, for Integral to be showing these kinds of movement in just like about 3 months is actually pretty decent, because whenever you had DCA'd your investments into this coin, you should be enjoying some pretty decent gains right now,
yeah.
which is everything, everyone wants at the end of the day. And it is up by nearly 17%, which is another plus point and another thing which a lot of people take a look when they invest into a project.
I dropped a buy alert on this one actually on the
Yeah,
13th of December. You know, the 13th of December, and people bought in like crazy, and people saw the true potential of this one.
13th
It,
of December, you said?
sorry, sorry, no, the 13th of the 13th of December 2022. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure
Um,
the price is gonna be somewhere like around there. So basically the bottom only. I mean, this is pretty good bet. Actually, I think you timed the bottom because 13th of December was right at the point when we saw this massive
yeah,
pump
yeah.
rally. So I mean, that is actually a pretty insane call. Like, you called the coin, it went up. People must have taken a lot of their profits over here because I believe that a lot of people who are joining your Patreon are newer to the crypto space and they want to make money. So I'm sure when you put out this call, a lot of people saw insane amount of gains in their portfolio and they took some profits.
Mm.
I would actually even argue that you were the guys who pumped this coin up this much because I remember when this was the first time when I messaged you and you were saying that I would like to know your thoughts about Integral and I really like your video on ITGR, and that was something which motivated me to make more videos like I have been doing up till right now.
Yeah, I think so. Obviously, this project, I believe in it long term. I think it's a long term hold, but obviously, some people took profits, and that's up to them. But personally, I think long term hold will always beat the short term mind. I think it's really important.
Hmm.
I'll share with you another project as well, which I think is another great long term hold.
Okay.
Which is MITX, Morpheus Labs. This one I think is going to really shock a lot of people in the next bull run. Now, I also want to confirm with everyone who's watching, guys, we're not giving any form of financial advice here. All we're saying
Yes.
is the projects that I'm buying, the projects that, we're both bullish on, we both like. We're not telling anyone to buy or sell or do anything with their crypto. We're literally just sharing our thoughts and opinions. So make sure you do your own due diligence because it's very important, guys. But this one
Yes.
here, I think this is a great project. It's about the Web3 space. So basically, a group of MIT students got together and they were deciding, right, it's difficult to be able to build things into Web3. We need to make a
Mm-hmm.
system where it's really easy to build DApps in Web3 and to build applications within Web3. So they
Mm-hmm.
basically built like a solution to this. It's basically, if you want to make an app on the App Store, this is basically
Yeah.
what this is, but for
Oh, okay.
crypto, but
Yes.
for DApps. So
Yeah, for D apps. Yeah, I get that.
yeah, and they've got some big name partnerships here: Amazon Web Services, Huawei. It really is impressive, and I think this one's going to easily go to between 500 million and 1 billion in the next bull run in market cap. So I'm looking forward to the growth.
Yeah, actually, this is one project which I recently saw a video of like crypto set on it, and he was covering this project, and I was like, I was instantly attached to the project because this was something which, I back in the day I was into the NFT space, so building out apps for the NFT project, so making sure that you make a project in the NFT space. On the basis of a D app, you promote that D app to more and more users, making sure that D app is helpful for the users was one of my goals when I started one of the projects. And this was something which I wanted to do as well because that back then when I was in the NFT space, there weren't any applications which were even focusing on development of these web apps and the apps. But now seeing this project doing that is actually pretty insane because this can simplify the process and a lot of people are going to be building their apps, and this is pretty bullish for the crypto space in general as well because when more people are going to be able to build their applications and their stuff on that, we will be getting more and more opinions, which is going to be beneficial for the crypto space in general and for this project as well. The market cap is pretty low for this project. You say that we're going to be seeing about what are your thoughts on market cap, like how high do you think this project can be going? I know
Uh,
yeah.
Realistically, I think it's an easy 100x. So I think around 800 million to a billion I'm looking at. But I've got to be honest, guys, I'll probably start taking profits around 500 million because, I think it's wise to take some profits when you can.
Yeah, Yeah, I really like that thought because people often tend to forget that we are also humans, and because we do analysis, we make videos, but in the end our goal is actually pretty similar to what the other people who are watching our channel is. It's to make money in the end, and that is something which a lot of people forget, and they are like often saying that we shouldn't be taking profits if we are pumping up a coin, if we are talking about a coin. But guys, I want to clear this thought out to everyone else that it's okay to take profits, because in the end everyone has to make their money, and everyone is making money because if you invest into this project, and if me, Archie, and a lot of YouTubers who mentioned you this coin decide to take profits at about $500 million in market cap, you will still be enjoying some decent gains, because you should be doing your own research, and $500 million for a project for this is going to be absolutely insane, and you will still be enjoying some pretty decent gains. So this is something I just want to put out there, because I've seen a lot of backlash a lot of YouTubers get regarding this thing.
Yeah, I think it's very important to take some profits when you can, because a lot of people were left holding bags in the last bull run. They were left holding on to a bag where they could have sold at 100x, but they chose not to, and now they're down. So it's really,
Hmm.
really sad to see that. I timed my profits quite well in the last bull run. I was taking profits on Bitcoin around 60 to
Hmm.
65k. So it wasn't the very top, but it's better to get in just before the top than to miss out completely. And this is very important, guys. If you do see some good profits, it is wise to take them. But also, you don't want to do the opposite, and you don't want to just always be taking profits at a 2x, because that can really jeopardize future growth. I said this with Viot. People were telling me to take profits at 5 million market cap. And I said to
Hmm.
them, look, you can take profits if you want. If you're up 5x, that's fine. You can take profits, but I'm going to hold strong. And now look at the market cap, guys. It's 40 million or around that range. So these things happen, and it's very important to basically think for yourself, guys.
Okay. So Archie, now I would like to get your thoughts on Jasmine, because this is a project which I cover on my channel a lot, because I'm big bullish on them. Right now, we are actually seeing a little bit of movement to the upside just today, which is pretty good, but I'm not really cared about that. So, are you invested into the coin? Is this something you have ever taken a look at? And what are your thoughts on it in general, if you have taken a look to the project?
Yeah, so I have looked into it. I like the project. Right now, my portfolio is very congested, but I think Jasmine is going to really go on a crazy rally. I think there's some intelligent guys behind it, with links to Sony,
Mm-hmm.
some intelligent people. So I think I always say this: a project's only as strong as its team, and it's like a football team's only as good as its players, and it a business is only as good as its employees. And it's the same with Jasmine. They've got intelligent individuals behind the project, and this is very important. I said the same with Singularity Net. When we look into the tokenomics, could you confirm with me, because I'm not an expert on this project. I know you know this one much better than I do. But on
Mm-hmm.
CoinGecko, it says it's 4 billion circulating supply, which is only around 8%. How is the coin market cap one the correct one?
Yeah, the coin market cap is actually the correct one on this coin, because on CoinGecko, I'm not really sure, but the market cap is also pretty bad as well. Let me just check that out. But the correct information about this coin is on coin market cap, because on
Right.
CoinGecko, I imagine that the information was not right, because this was mentioned to me by a lot of people as well, saying that you are misjudging the coin, and this was something which was mentioned as well. Okay, so now they have basically updated that, but back like about wait, actually no, okay, they haven't updated it yet. Okay.
Yeah. So that's the wrong one, because obviously
Yeah.
that's a big thing. That's a big deal, right?
Yeah, actually it is the biggest deal in this project, because for this project to then reach $1, it would need about 47 billion in market cap, which is absolutely insane, because this project is very, very new. But no, this information is not correct. The correct information is available on coin
That's
market
great.
cap. Yeah.
Yeah, my friend Crypto Goals, he's an intelligent guy. He's invested in Jasmine quite big. So I'd
Mm-hmm.
imagine he's in some nice gains here in the last day. It's been up quite big, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, if you take a look, like we were down pretty bad with Jasmine, and we are now just at about a 2x. So if you like compare it to some of the coins which you have been mentioning on the channel, like Wyatt, Morpheus, these gains are actually nothing. But like a lot of people think that, it's time to go big on some of these projects out and not just go all in on Ethereum and Bitcoin or say Polkadot, because those coins will be doing well in the next market rally. Everyone knows that because we have already seen mass adoption. But like new projects like Jasmine, Wyatt, Morpheus Labs, Nakamoto Games, Gala Games, these are some of the projects which I think a lot of people should be looking at for the next market rally if they want to make some serious gains. But because if they want to make like a 10 to 15x or even like 5 to 10x, they should just be putting all of their money into Bitcoin and Ethereum, and I think they would be pretty much set because Bitcoin will be doing getting to like about $100,000 in the next market rally. Those are just my price predictions. I think Ethereum is going to be easily reaching that 10K mark because that's something which we could have seen in the last market rally as well. But I mean, this is something which I personally believe in, and I think that when we are going to be seeing new all-time highs for Bitcoin, for Ethereum in general, we are going to be seeing a massive pump within these projects, within all of the projects which we both have mentioned today. Because if these projects are staying till then, I don't really see any reason why big money won't be flowing into these projects when money is flowing into those bigger projects out there.
Absolutely, it's completely right, man. You can these low caps are going to do really well, but also Bitcoin and Ethereum will do really well as well. So crypto
Mm-hmm.
is just the best place to be right now, and I think if you're in right now, I think you're in a good time. It's not too late. You know, you're in basically a bear market. So anyone who's new to crypto on this channel, you're in a really good place to learn some really great information. So make sure you are subscribed. Um,
Thanks, man. Thanks a
yeah,
lot. Thanks a lot.
it really
Yeah,
is
really
important,
appreciate
guys.
that.
I'm seeing some great content that you're making, and I see a lot of these projects resonate with me as well, and I'm looking into these as well. So Jasmine's certainly one of them. So
Mm-hmm.
just because I'm not invested in a project doesn't mean I don't have bullish sentiment towards it. Because
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people
yeah,
are not even invested into Bitcoin. I'm going to be completely honest with you. Even though I make crypto videos, I have
yeah,
invested $0 into Bitcoin right now. But I believe in Bitcoin. I believe it is going to be the biggest project out there for the longest period of time until the end. I believe Bitcoin will be mooning. But this is something which actually, you could be right for the project. You might not be invested into it, but you have good things to say about it because it's a pretty decent project in general. And this is something which a lot of people forget because people might be thinking that, okay, he's not invested, so what are his reasons? But maybe, you might have, as you mentioned as well, your portfolio already has a variety of coins, so you just don't want to over congest it so that,
yeah.
you're not even able to take care of the gains you're getting right now.
That's exactly right. I like to have no more than 20 coins usually because I mean, crypto is my full-time job. So I'm at my desk a lot. But for the average
Hmm.
guy who has a 9 to 5 job or whatever, has a
Hmm.
life outside of crypto, which is most people,
Yeah.
had children to deal with as well. I wouldn't say anywhere more than 10 coins. You don't need anything more than 10. If you're very busy, you need to actually like really understand the coins you have and you need to watch them like a hawk. So yeah, I wouldn't have too many coins. You don't want an over congested portfolio. And for me, 20 is just about enough for me.
Yeah. Okay. So I would like to know your last thoughts on Jasmine. What do you believe the market cap would be doing in the next bull rally when we see a majority of people getting onto the project? Because a lot of people say that this is the Bitcoin of Japan, if I'm not really sure about that. But yeah, this is what a lot of people say. So, what are your thoughts on the market cap? How high do you think it can be going? Guys, these are also just rough estimates and something which we have in mind. You don't need to think that these are these should be your price targets as well. This is only something which is in our minds. So yeah, Archie, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, so obviously I'm not 100% sure with Jasmine. I've looked into it for a good amount of time and I really like it, but it's
Mm-hmm.
it's such an unpredictable coin to predict because of how hard it crashed in this bear market. Now, you could say all-time high is realistic. I think that is potentially realistic, around 1.2 billion, but if it is as big as what some people say and if it is the Bitcoin of Japan, You could imagine
Yeah.
getting to 5 billion in market cap. It could happen. It could happen one day or more. But you've got to always remember, guys. Some people will exaggerate stuff in crypto, and when you're in big profits, it can sometimes be wise to take them.
Yeah, those are the best words I have heard till yet, because profits are something everyone wants and everyone in the end wants to really do. And for this project to be getting back to its all-time highs, like I have said this on my channel as well, repeatedly, like, do I think Jasmine is going to be getting back to its all-time highs? I'm not really sure about that, but the one thing I'm sure about is that we are going to be growing in market cap slowly and slowly, and we should be seeing a bigger market cap than about 340 billion dollars. My targets are personally about 2 billion in market cap. Those are just my targets for the next rally. But let's see how it goes, and let's see how the cryptocurrency space plays out in itself.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Some great points you made on this live stream, man.
Yeah.
I'm really happy to have joined you, and I think your channel is going to do really well. Keep it up.
Yeah, thanks, man. And that should be the end of live stream right now, because we discovered some really good projects. You introduced me to a lot of new projects, which I'm sure I'm going to be doing my research on, and I will be posting out videos on those topics, because some of those projects were actually pretty decent. Nakamoto Games and Morpheus Labs were one of my favorites. I'm going to be looking into these and potentially playing some of these games as well, because I think they're pretty interesting, to be honest. And
Yeah.
thanks, Archie, for coming to the channel. This was your first time here. I hope you liked it over here. And everyone, if you are new to my channel, and everyone, if you are new to Archie's channel, make sure to drop a like to all of his videos. Make sure to subscribe to his channel and turn on your notifications, because he makes some fire content, and his videos are the videos which motivated me to make videos. So I mean, you should be following him. Watch all of his videos, because he has some great crypto coins in his arsenal. And yeah, guys, that's gonna be pretty much it for this video, for this live stream actually. I hope you guys enjoy it, and we will see you guys potentially sometime in the future.
Yeah. Thanks very much, everyone. Thank you, guys.